Okay, let's see what we have in front of us. I am very interested in the quality of game we're going to be seeing from both sides to an extent, right? NRG, high expectations, want to see very much a dominant performance here. But what sort of resilience can Bilibili provide here? Is there something that they can show off here, be it individual, be it as a collective? That's where my curiosities lay. For now already, NRG, comfortable steps towards the site here, not meeting much resistance at all.
No, full 5v5 here after the spike is planted, so we'll wait for this flag to come through. Maybe try and find some value. They're going to be put on red alert, but actually NRG getting aggressive in. Victor will find one. Trade comes through from YZ though. Yosemite on the long way round back through spawn, Lauren.
If he gets the timing right, he could do some serious damage here. No one really watching this.
Did he make a step there?
He might have done, but I don't think they noticed it. He's going to reap the rewards already, making some real problems here. Down to a 3v3, but the time is starting to tick, and they gotta get a move on here. Storm holding the line perfectly with Victor, and all those threats are unfounded as first is found for NRG.
Beautiful recovery for NRG. The flank only coming through to 1 kill. Unfortunately, I mean, initially a 3-man play back through the side towards Mound. Could have come to something, but straight away Ardis disengages, and you can see that's the green light for NRG to get aggressive, find this kill onto Rin, and continue to solidify this site hold. Here's whether or not that trend does continue towards the buy rounds, and Bilibili are happy to concede sites.
Yeah.
Maybe that just being a pistol round strat.
I also just want to see how they approach the economy management. All the other factors that we kind of not necessarily overlook, but something we expect from teams who make it to champs consistently, like NRG, right? We don't really look at them as a team to be as aware of the minutiae. We don't keep track of it because it's kind of expected. But for someone making that international debut here, we do have to keep track on how Bilibili approaches game.
And just coming back to what Jackson said in the interview as well, they're playing relatively with no, I don't want to say, you know, no fear, but almost as if they're here to learn and maybe take some risks. Whether or not they're able to tap into that aspect and really cause some damage, cause some problems for NRG. Som will be tested here, but that's no Cobra round to start things off for Som with the Bulldog.
Farm it up, baby.
And that's a very quick lesson to learn.
Yes, it is. Keep an eye on the cam. Oh, it's beautiful stuff from him. Just cool as hell. Nice and comfy. That'll get you feeling out the game pretty early on. Sitting on 7-0. No stress so far. But this is the big round, right? This is the buy coming in for Bilibili. If they're going to make a bit of impact, if they're going to make a bit of a problem for NRG, this is the round to do it. And it's an aggressive start, and it's instantly decimated. Victor is looking nasty. They're starting to get more and more confident, feeling out the quality of opponent. And right now, they are absolutely diffing them.
Yeah, NRG not pulling any punches so far.
As they shouldn't.
Find themselves in a 5v3 here. The side of things, Finesse might catch himself an engagement. Simply playing ahead of the wall here. Definitely has the weapon advantage. Yeah, she's slipping deeper. Does he hard clear Finesse here? Actually does. Still gets the better of Finesse. I feel like he almost had the advantage there with Yosemite looking the other way.
Yeah, he did for a moment's time. But again, still looking towards that C site. Som just drifting in. Minimal resistance being shown. A little bit of pressure on the cross, but the spike is there.
Still favourable head count here for NRG. HP bar's not looking too healthy for Bilibili.
I'll find you.
Gonna fight back in here. Gonna have to find a kill fairly early on with NRG disengaging from sight. That's gonna seal the deal here. 10 HP. Som's even heard these steps retreating actually, whether or not they're gonna try and apply further pressure, remove this rifle. Got plenty of time to do so, but Hank heading all the way across the A site and create a bit of distance between them.
Yeah, this is going to be a case of can Ardis get there quick enough? Let's have a little look. Don't think he can. Yeah, you're going to be seeing BA. Just keep the head down. Try and keep hold of that singular rifle, and bear in mind, this was the best opportunity Bilibili had so far, that full purchase in place. Now, of course, the bonus round going NRG's way, their money is going to boom. They are going to be in the best position possible. And again, if you're looking at these fights, this kind of extended fight here, that dry swing towards kind of the back of Waterfall, we're seeing NRG take confident fights. And they're kind of asserting that dominance. For Bilibili to stand a chance here, they're going to have to quell that pretty soon.
It's a tall order to come out here and obviously open versus NRG, but then be put into recovery mode and constantly playing from behind, playing reactively versus a very aggressive NRG. Victor seemingly let off the leash once again. Kick this round off, but won't be greeted on the other side just yet.
You might have noted potentially both players here. Yosemite just drifting out. Easy find for Som there.
My boss.
Rin now was alone for a moment, but again, we may not see the commitment from NRG. See what they decide. They're still above a minute here, and they've got that first blood, so working rather perfectly in their favor. Lockdown for Ardis is ready. Som had that ult from almost the starting round, if you roll your mind back. So again, this has been quite the clean affair, and the late round aggression not going to be fully rewarded here. Rifle drop trades coming in, but again, the biggest issue is that one rifle. Maybe YZ could be the one to make this one work. 3 in front of him, and NRG almost stubborn in approach. Didn't want to really walk away from this.
This will be spotted.
Nice.
YZ will find one, but down to 32 HP. He'll be licking his wounds after that. Crashes in Som elsewhere. We'll find the plant. Any resistance on this. Still got a paranoia to work with. Crashes does have a flashback as well. The other side of things, actually, decent amount of utility for YZ. But HP Park, got to be a concern.
A massive one at that. Maybe could work off Knight here, but again, that paranoia could be invested. But again, just opting to go straight in, maybe try and go a little deeper. Smoke towards the spike, swing goes in. Some light work towards Knight. They're not going to be too fussed. YZ does have to try and work out that utility, though. There's still a couple of issues in this. He's dealt with NRG. Consolidating another. This is looking a little bit like a bloodbath, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, there's no real reason for NRG to deviate from... Yeah, exactly. So they're going to be rewarded opening engagements, and really in the buy round, you're looking for Bilibili to start to mitigate some of that risk and play a little deeper. Not really give players like Victor, I mean, you could say Crashies and Som as well in that regard. Yeah. Som's 10-0, by the way.
I saw them considering an operator for a second there. Didn't end up going for it. I think it was YZ. Oh,
but
told a lie. There you go. Back to it. This time, Finesse can be forced a little bit further away with the paranoia, but he already noted that presence in that last round, so maybe a consideration going forward. The Bilibili do want to be exploring those sort of options, but again, as you said, why deviate from the plan? They still have so many tools in the kit for NRG, and an unfortunate miss there. That's going to stink.
And YZ falls, he loses the paint shell, no ability to shut this lockdown down himself. Actually, Victor could have fallen on the way in, but Detain will come through. NRG still with relatively easy access to site. Give them a chance to find the plant as well.
You can see the player commit towards the side, though. Crashies doesn't want to fall away from this. Som TPing all the way out. And Crashies does actually catch one. Oh, Crashies! Destroying him on the way back in. NRG, very comfortable so far, Mike. I haven't really seen them pose much of a threat yet from Bilibili.
Sure, and talking about here, no ability to really get the finances rolling and get themselves into a position where they can execute any sort of plays or strats that they have built up for this defensive side of Lotus. Looking very one-sided now for NRG. Bilibili actually going to call a timeout here. And a tough discussion to have when you're trailing by 5 so early on.
Yeah.
On your own map pick nonetheless.
Yeah, and the thing is, when we're looking at this, when we're looking at teams who, when we're talking about maybe don't have that experience yet, that we're looking at the kind of spacing, the trading, the kind of utility work, some of the more minutiae pieces to it, which we're seeing issues with here.
I see, but you see an NRG tap even heavier into that.
Of course.
To play that to their advantage. Not really having to work the map too much. Like I said, they're being given opening engagements and they're winning out time and time again.
Yeah, and I thought maybe that operator could be a nice factor to maybe do a little bit of early work, get a favorable start to one of these rounds, but Ardis, well, we saw what happened to that operator. Gets dropped to the floor, and it was game on from that point. So I don't know what the plan can be for Bilibili. I don't know how they can fix some of these core issues when you're meeting an opponent like NRG this early on. It's a really tough task.
And the other thing, just to come back to the point from the interview. What do you really learn from a loss like this as well? When you're not having a chance to execute any of your game plans.
No, it's a tough one for them. And look at the purchase, going for what they can. A couple of ults though, and very close by to a couple others. You've got Bianx very nearby, Rin as well, very close to the lockdown. Showstopper one away for Victor, however. And we've seen it before, we'll see it again. Rinse and repeat. Bilibili though going to get aggressive this time. Try to switch things up.
Forced them away from the space early on. NRG didn't fancy committing to that engagement. Finesse going to be played in on the other side of the map though. Yosemite will fall. Creating an opening here. There's a bit of a gap in terms of the rotation timing here. Seeker's going to make things even worse for Bilibili.
Yeah, it paints such a very precise picture of how far back that defending side
Plays
is.
Ardis in as well. Look at this. Oh, hang on. Wow. I thought it played Ardis in.
Yeah, I thought he'd be cleaner with that, but Knight going to be able to pick up the frag. Now, in the meantime, though, they have got the spike down, so 4v4 timing there for Som. Just going to miss that little bit of a window. That's a little bit of a look back, but again, that smoke will be dissipating at some point. When does he take a peek? There it is. Spots out the player, the timing! Punished! This could be the first! This could be huge! Victor and Crashies in a 2v3. YZ just wants to get on the side, now it's all on Crashies, he's fallen! Bilibili finally drawing some blood.
You find a response here. A couple of very quick decisions made as well. The isolation of Som. Ardis as well inside B site. Beautiful kill from Knight. Let's make this one doable. Get themselves on the board at least. Light investment here as well. I'm not sure how many rifles we actually did see come through, but on the back of the pit being available for Yosemite. See how far they can carry this now. No ultimates left here, Finesse being the closest to the pit, 3 orbs away, but Bilibili on the other hand, plenty of tools at their disposal.
This could be a huge swing point for Bilibili. If they're able to keep this up, this could be the gateway, right? This could be that last round just gone could be everything to them. And again, it started with that aggression. It started with them taking over that mound control. However, for now, you can already see the adjustment from NRG. Looking at other options across the map, but so far matched step for step by Bilibili.
Curious here with only one member of Bilibili, Rin, over towards C.
Blinded.
This one way's gone up, yes, but looks as if Ardis is going to head back across and get decent progress back towards the lockdown. Not really going to be able to contest this space on Mound. NRG just looking to maximize value from this before a decision is made. And already seeing a big adjustment after that timeout. Look at this mini-map here. Nobody really taking close contact on the side of Bilibili towards any site. NRG have been given space to work with.
And on default's just somewhat given them that access point towards C now. Resetting these players. Now going to force out the lockdown though. Flash goes in. Looking like they want to commit through this. They got about 6 seconds to try and handle it, and Rim plays forward. Going to fall eventually to Som, but now has to fall away. And caught in the heels, Knight goes forward. This is huge, actually. Putting the pressure right back towards NRG. And now FNS and Ardis with their work cut out. 10 seconds to make something happen, and it's looking unlikely. I think they have to pull the plug on this round.
Great response here. You see how desperate Victor is to find the paint shell onto the lockdown and remove that layer of pressure, but NRG have to pull the plug. We'll concede a second here. It'll take a couple more to break the bank of NRG. They follow up with a consecutive round. And Knight actually getting down and dirty in the smoke here. Crashies finds a response, but even here, I don't know if Crashies' initial plan is if we can keep maybe 1 or 2 people up, alive and kicking on site, we'll find the plant and concede the fact you're going to be detained in that situation. The responses from NRG maybe to stamp their authority once again on Lotus.
Nice to see that adaptation come out from Bilibili, showing they've got a little bit of depth here, kind of showing they've got that capability to match up on this.
Why is he just chilling at wallbang, taking a sip of his drink? Happy to sponge a little bit of damage. Call's been made though. There's already 4 members of Bilibili over towards A site, Lauren.
Yeah, but Victor's a little bit further ahead of this. Paint shot towards back of site. Plant going to come in. Last time around, we're successful in the retake. This time around, going to have to be tested a little bit further here. Delayed on the plant, but going to make it through. No one working off that initial barrage of utility here, as Victor's going to get away with holding this position a little longer, force forward, but now FNS going to be holding on. Again, struggling to make it down that first drop, but suddenly they draw blood. Crashes falls and it opens up a chance. Som now has too many targets, but he deals with them so well. Snaps back to attention. Stunning from Som.
Follow up that early map ace with a 4K here to secure the post plant. Looking snappy there from Som. Bilibili looking as if they have a real shot at this retake, but
One enemy remaining.
another round that in the blink of an eye, Som flips in NRG's favor.
Just lovely work from him to divide it so comfortably. They were all 1v1s. Every single one of them. There was no trade coming out. There was no instantaneous pressure, no unfair fight for him. And you just can't give him that level of room. Trying to get aggressive, Victor does not want any of it. Knight is there, though, to backfill this, so at least gets the trade out. And he needs to back away from this soon. They're going to be able to clear that well enough, and he has.
First real push out towards rubber we've seen from NRG that feels fairly committed. Resulting in a 1-for-1, both Raze players dying. Asking when are NRG going to be able to stamp their authority back on this map already. Looking to continue or follow through from that 4K from Som. To reset the tone a little bit.
Maybe noting the amount of presence on A from that earlier, more committed push towards rubble. You see Artist considering maybe some presence towards B, but deciding against it in the end. Maybe just trying to be more of a potential threat than an active one. End goal looking like C. We still have Rin here. Kit of utility in the way as well. This is still going to be a tough take with 36 seconds. Do they pivot?
I was going to say, the thing though, they have removed the alarm bot outside B with the nano swarm, so looking to plant the seed of doubt. TP cancelled in towards B. They're going to commit towards C site here, but the nano swarm should absolutely farm here. Rin gets 2.
Rin does, but Knight's the one on the site. Going to hold them back, and with 15 seconds, going to need Artist start walking on water again. He's got the first 10 more seconds now, plenty more targets. Can't get there this time. Bianc does very well. It's Bilibili closing up the score here.
A good read from Bilibili as well. You can see the rotation coming through to reinforce that C site hold from Rin. There was a window where he's going to be isolated.
The funny thing, they didn't respond to that fake rotation, right? There was that pivot towards B. They were trying to indicate, put 2 through the door. We saw that TP coming in. No one moved.
We're almost, it looks really concerning as well, because both times that the alarm bot's been removed on B site, you don't see a response from Bilibili. It's not as if you see a Prowler go out somewhere else, a peek out towards rubble, or even confirmation inside B site. So whether or not that is just the reads aligning for them and setting up on C, but they're definitely here to greet NRG, and some of the later rounds not necessarily suiting NRG in that regard.
And that's the curious part here, because NRG, by all accounts, are kind of playing a more standard game, right? You're trying to toy with that, bringing the additional player to the wrong place, kind of try to play with those rotations and expectations. Bilibili aren't playing the same
They're
sort
not
of game,
biting,
though,
no.
which is wild.
Yeah.
So it's like, do NRG then go more simplistic? Is that what it is? You stop pulling the fakes, you commit behind it because no one's responding anyway. I mean, there's options here for NRG, and I'm wondering what out of this timeout they actually go for.
Obviously, after Bilibili's timeout, you see the adjustment playing much deeper. Digging their heels in. Not committing to these opening engagements, which I'm happy to see has continued.
Yeah.
That's where NRG definitely were in control of the start of this half. Initially, 4 players set up outside the B corridor. And there's not going to be any commitment from Bilibili here at the start of the round. Reveal sent up, not dealt with, but we no confirmation behind it. I think now NRG have got a similar read that Bilibili haven't been responding to this alarm bot falling, so Victor's found the opener.
Yeah, it's just that disrespect, right? They've kicked it up a gear. Sometimes going simplistic may work. We'll have to see if it actually lands in the end, right? Now, with Victor getting loose, that's a problem. Have they got the plant coming in, though? Waiting to see when that's going to fully be contested here. There's the swing. Individual work is not going to help here. Crashies is making light work of this. And once again, there's that gear shift. There's that depth from NRG. I'm expecting simplicity, and you noting them not respecting the challenges on towards B, the challenges on those, a little bit of utility being broken. They made the most of it there.
Yeah, they pounce on that very factor. Being as well, I even said, it doesn't feel like the later rounds, the slower rounds really suiting NRG. This one just completely blindsides Bilibili. No chance to even really probe on either extremity, and that's where you can really, I would say, place blame, but maybe fault these deeper defensive positions. No, they were losing out engagements early on. Now, actually, commitment here for the TP from, all right, YZ here to offer some support as well. But no harm, no foul.
So now what do NRG do, right? This is like that problem that's in front of them. That how do they try and navigate out of this, right? So they did something quite simplistic off the back of just that alarm bot, really. But you can't do that every round. And hold on, look at the pace change here. Flies in, finds nothing. They're already looking towards B again. I think they found a little bit of maybe an approach that's going to work. And Som exploiting it. Finesse is there. And yeah, simple is working. And it's obviously well executed. It's well done still, but there's none of that depth. They're not trying to pull rotations. They're just trying to win the fight, but there's a problem here. Som now overwhelmed. That late round push back in works perfectly for Bilibili. Maybe getting too comfortable here. NRG getting pressured, but crashes. The position not good enough this time. Biang fully aware of it, leaving Finesse in a 1v2.
He's going to challenge the lockdown. When's going to find the headshot, Lauren? Good question, maybe the overinvestment, but Bilibili will find their fourth here on the road to recovery in terms of this half. 74 stat, I mean, it feels like Bilibili are half committing towards these deeper positions, because one thing you don't want to see is somebody swinging ahead of the wall and getting isolated just by a paint shell. One thing I will say, Finesse's Viper Wall cutting off in towards B, causing some real issues for Bilibili. But not the commitment here needs to be just towards a retake. Setup, I'm not entirely sure, but
we're back to B. So this time around, though, the ult's going to come out. You're going to see somebody invest this, and they've respected it enough, but the push out from Rin is quite precarious. Could get pincered here, could be in trouble.
Victor's made it all the way around the backside. He's going to be able to flank this rubble setup here. Finally pins down the kill. Stops the showstopper.
Is the door broken? Yep. Oh, that could have been scary. Close enough by on the other side, and Artist waiting patiently in towards B. They've divided them so well. They've manipulated this map. They've herded them into that B site.
The pit's going to drop, though. YZ giving one away. They've relinquished all of this control on B side, but
big play in for him, and he actually can't handle it. The white swing from Rin, so valuable. It's a 3v3. They're not out of the woods at all. Yeah. Oh, what a shot from Biang. What a player, actually. Really picking up some key kills here in these later rounds. Som has to evacuate the site. Still going to get hit by the ult, and the timing for Victor there. Just a window away. Spots so many players, though. Som now, he's going to be screwed. Bianc is just bulldozing through the site, leaving Victor, in an unwinnable scenario. Bilibili on these retakes, showing some real potential.
Talk about it being the road to recovery. 7-5, you've got to be feeling really good about that as Bilibili.
Absolutely.
Switching sides.
They're getting absolutely shut down in the first few rounds of this half. They're showing real resilience here, Lauren.
Yeah, thoroughly impressed with some of those retakes coming in our hands now. 7-5, I don't want to get too early into this, Mike. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves just yet, but this scoreline is something certainly to note, right? It felt like NRG couldn't quite get a beat on what Bilibili were doing sometimes. Very uncharacteristic of a traditional opponent. However, on the side switch, can they keep it up?
And on the side switch, well, hold that thought for a minute. Artist might be given an opportunity to clean up here. Som, does he go unchecked? Actually not going to punish on the first. We'll find the response. That's 17 HP finally dealt with.
But they're ahead of that paint shell, but they're not ahead of the frenzy. Now Victor with it all to do. This could be Bilibili off to the perfect start in the second half. A little bit of chip damage and then some. Hold on.
Perfectly timed paint shell from Victor.
This could be huge, though, because he's got that readjust as well towards short. They still may think he's up towards that top side towards CT.
And they smoke off up towards heaven, so.
And he's got the spike. Just so close by. Going to force Bilibili to try and play this out well, but it is Victor. And they're starting to step in. When does he move? He hasn't seen them yet. They're
Victor's,
on the
he's
site.
missed the cross.
Spike now picked up. He's going looking. He's starting to consider. Has he noted the
The
spike?
penny's dropped.
Here he's seen a pixel though, and he's found one. Now can he find the follow-up? Keeping his boombot till late game. Does he play patiently? We know where they are. He doesn't. And already on the move. Victor's on the hunt. Prowling behind him. 56 HP on Knight. Leaving a trail of blood towards that C site as Victor closing on in 3 bullets to play with in the mag, and that's all he's opting for. Not hitting that reload as he's closing the gap. Trying to stay unnoted, uncontested, and with a final bullet, he finds it, saving NRG from an uphill struggle on the second half.
Great recovery from Victor to close this one out. You're almost getting a little concerned there when he misses the cross. An opportunity for Knight and Yosemite to slip into the night with that spike. The Red Bull clutch from Victor to kick off the second half here.
But that
A
was
sigh of relief
yeah,
from
risky.
NRG, yeah.
But looking at those early fights, Mike, when we looked at Som's position, they're trying to take these very one-for-one fights, almost kind of ego fights, but they're not winning them as cleanly as I thought. So do they need to adjust now? Do they need to fall back a little bit? Where's the balance to this? Because I feel like you can't play a super passive game against Bilibili, but I feel like there is a balance to be struck.
Actually seeing some light shields invested on the side of Bilibili.
Oh,
Just a sheriff in the hands of Yosemite.
right.
We'll see if they, if they can catch one of these upgrades. NRG have as close to full invested outside of the Stinger and maybe the Spectre.
It's tough, though. How are you going to find a player out of place here, right? Oh, it's not there. Oh, FNS with the freebie. Catching a 2-for-1 on that, didn't even mean it. Even a bit of chip damage it looked like as well.
We're going to flood in. Artist will find the first ring will fall. Again, the smoke just causing problems for Bilibili. No safety on the way in. And a Prime Gaming flawless hit to follow up the second. Really boost the finances of NRG early on. But coming into the second half, we're talking about Bilibili not really having the opportunity to execute some set pieces and really explore the playbook too deeply. Here on the attacking side, scoreline aside, I think we do see we have a chance to see exactly what Bilibili want to bring to the global stage.
That's what I'm hoping for, right? It's that ideal that they can kind of determine the pace a little more. Because I think they've got NRG to respect them to an extent, Mike. Like, to an extent. We're still seeing some ego checks here.
Checks.
Yeah, that's how I'm feeling right
Respect,
now.
yes, but I would say maybe more humbled.
But we're not seeing over-aggression.
No.
We aren't seeing NRG running hyper-aggressive on the defending side. So this should allow Bilibili that chance to actually...
actually,
these plans.
halfway through the first half, we did see that adjustment from NRG where they were getting away with very fast and loose rounds where they were being rewarded time and time again in terms of the opening engagements. Yeah. Then Bilibili slowed things down. A few times NRG actually let the clock run very dry in terms of options. So you could definitely argue they've been forced to maybe respect what Bilibili bring to the table today. And now, very small margin for them in the second half. Bilibili need to get a round on the board here, especially after a Prime Gaming flawless in round 14, to maybe reset the economy a little bit and give themselves a steady footing.
All right, eyes on the prize then. Let's see what Bilibili can do. They've got the buy in hand here. No big ults yet in pocket, but just off the back of that timeout, they've been told what the approach is. And it looks like oh dear, Knight! It's a crunch. So much utility put towards that backside of the wall. There was no way out for him, really.
A freebie as well. On the back of utility alone. Testing Bilibili's recovery factor once again here in a 4v5 in their first buy round of this half. We drifted away from this yet. Trailblazer going to confirm presence behind this as well, probably spotting
2 or 3.
Yeah, maybe even 4.
Yeah, it could be.
To be honest, with how Yosemite was positioned behind that stack. You'd argue that probably is the case with Som now, considering filling some of the space in towards B side. Another confirmation from Crashies. And still got another flash in the back pocket as well.
Still haven't gotten rid of the alarm bot, right? So it's like there's that safety.
We're at 45 seconds here, Lauren.
Exactly. So if it is going to be a B split, that alarm bot's in place, the door gets broken. So again, going to draw in the additional player of FNS. He can focus towards short, but does get tagged from main, so he's going to know that this is going to be that B piece coming in. But
30 seconds
still,
left.
lots of utility in the pocket from NRG to play with, some with the full kit ready. And
Do
oh
they get
wait,
aggressive
they
here?
are. They're looking like they want to try and take over a little bit of space here, but it's a risky fight to have with a Bulldog bite. Some takes down Rin, trading back Biank's work, and now down to the last two. Biank's been a bit nasty, but they're gonna need more than that this time. That's stunning though. That's exactly what the doctor ordered. And now Crashy's in a tough situation. Hard lines of sight to break. Trying to draw the player in. Pushes forward himself, catches one, turns on the dime, spots him, but time running low. Desperately trying to grab that rifle. Biank on the swing! Heroics from Bilibili.
There's your recovery in a 4v5, no less. Bilibili able to flip a B-side post plant here. Fight tooth and nail, giving everything to convert that one. NRG just unable to respond to that aggression. I mean, C-Link, initially, it looks like Soms really stood up to the challenge. Was it Artist that fell initially?
Actually, my brain is rubbish. Why are you asking me these things? You're the analyst.
But no less, yeah, Bilibili convert the round. We'll leave it at that.
And by all other standards, we'd kind of call that a costly round, right? We'd be a little bit harsher on it, but for an international debut, we'll give you a little bit of leeway on that. Considering, for me so far, Biank's really been quite the standout. How are you feeling about these individuals we're seeing coming out from Bilibili?
Here for, like I said, once we get into a couple more rounds here in the second half, these players from Bilibili potentially going to be able to stretch their legs a little bit. We did see confidence boosters in the first half as well. Some got to be careful on the backside of that door, but Victor's found one with the paint shell once again. A ton of damage done onto Bilibili.
Yeah, they're in a lot of trouble here. Scattering a little bit. Look at the bailout from Biank, finding two. Keeping them in this round as FNS backfills this, though. Should have probably claimed the second, doesn't. Rin's got it and brings it back to a very winnable scenario for them. A 3v2, favorable numbers. As Artist and Som have to navigate back on the site. Did he look the barrel?
Artist spotted it for sure.
Might have done. Didn't spot Knight, though, and handling them both. Bilibili taking apart NRG here.
Bring it within two. We're just about at the brink now of resetting the economy. Actually, we do here. It's just going to be Sheriffs and maybe some SMGs coming through from NRG. So Bilibili have done the hard work after conceding the first two rounds in this.
I asked you about the individuals. You could have said Biank nice and easily on MVP. It wasn't the player I was expecting to be looking at. I know a lot of people were looking towards YZ or kind of looking towards these sort of players, but hey, when it comes to LAN, Biank's looked real good. Now, breaking the money, Mike, as you highlighted, this should be an 8th for Bilibili. Knight on watch duty.
Definitely looking to play damage control here for sure. Maintain this financial position because there's a couple. Oh, hang on, Yosemite struggling to pin down the first. Crashes and found one with a stinger.
Yeah, but Knight's on the case. Cleans up all three, and the C site is open. Maybe a little overzealous on the ult, but why not? Should get you some free space here, but still, as it stands, this is huge. This is going to be the 8th there. Probably quite clean as well, unless some or Artist can do some big damage, which is tricky. But just those Sheriffs, Paranoia, yes. Some Nano Swarm, sure, but not much to really facilitate their ability to close the gap here. What can some get out of this? Has to clear close, will do. No one there. Deep post plants. Smoke back up in 2. This.
Trying to get a cheeky defuse up on the banister here. This is going to be Som to attempt it. So we'll throw the crosshair placement off, but the paint shell going to force him there. Knight actually finding an ace of his own, Lauren, to give Bilibili their 8th round.
Here we go.
A little bit of sweat on the brow
like,
of NRG.
Guys, what's going on?
What's this?
Guys, come on now. But this is huge, right? This is actually... Oh man, what
Well, to come back to the same discussion, talking about being forced to respect Bilibili here and potentially arguing, yes, they've been humbled. This time it is actually an indicator of that. Chet desperately wanted to get a grip back on this game because first 4 or 5 rounds of this was very one-sided. We saw the adjustment from Bilibili, able to close out, I guess, a successful first half in terms of the initial scoreline.
Yep.
I'm talking about once that confidence builds, a few players for Bilibili able to stretch their legs a little bit, and we're certainly seeing that now, Lauren.
I'm pleasantly surprised. It feels a bit weird, right, when you watch it, right? Like, it's not the traditional game we've been seeing, but Bilibili are making it work. It's actually kind of nice to see NRG pushed in ways that we didn't really expect. Now, do we question the depth of NRG? Not really, no. We know that they have abilities to pivot, they have depth to this team, they have adjustments. Again, when you've played at internationals, you know, you're one of the more favorite teams coming out of a regional league, you get a couple of caveats with your name of, okay, we know for timeout they have a couple of nice set pieces to lean back on, or maybe some good adjustments. We don't know that about Bilibili, but they're not the ones adjusting right now. Knocking on the door at 8-9, NRG pumped the brakes and they wanted to change something up.
Was key speaking to Som earlier, he talked about we treat every team the same. Don't necessarily look down on anybody and give everybody the respect they deserve. Certainly here now. You have to go back to basics. A little bit of proactivity to kick things off here. Perfect paranoia. Victor will find Knight, the hero of the previous, and elsewhere, Artist will find Rin. He's doubled down, Bianc's fallen.
Okay, YZ and Yosemite, this isn't comfy anymore. You're in spawn. You're banking on Yosemite's work, right? Giving away a little bit of the position, that's fine, but you got to hope that Yosemite is telling him, get moving, man. I need you on the site here. He was a mile away.
In fact, I didn't actually know if Yosemite had retrieved this orb on the right. Didn't see it on YZ's cam either, but would have been a chance here to get the plant for the pit. Committing to this engagement. You're right, needed it.
Had to be clean, had to be easy for them, wasn't to be at all. YZ, this is a lot to ask. A 1v4. It's going to need mistakes from NRG, which I feel like after a telling off by Chet, you're probably not going to be making. Let's see what they can do here. YZ, you might have a fair fight on the first. Oh, hold on! More than a fair fight. Pageshell back on, turns away. FNS just finding the timing, but almost.
The pressure got to him a little bit there. Tried to throw the paint shell out, secure that side and clear the other.
Got real close though.
A tall order for a 1v4, but that's the way to put your name up here on the global stage. NRG a successful round after the timeout. They said probably after a telling off from Chet as well. But comfortable in the purchase for Bilibili. That string of rounds, 3 consecutively. Actually, even here, looking at their ult cycle, looking very healthy if they can find another round. Bring this within 1 round once again.
Yeah.
They're on the brink of some very big ultimates.
Wonder if they've got the longevity, though, to go toe-to-toe with NRG. FNS opting to invest that Viper's Pit towards the C site. Gives himself a little bit more safety, but you can still see there's a fair amount of intent here. Bianc sticking around long enough that at least wants to get the orb, so 2 away now from that Nightfall coming online. Beyond that, though, Bilibili taking their time on the map here. It's looking like ult work, right? As you said, they were very close by to having that big snowball round. Now they're even closer.
Potential even here if they can fight for the rubble orb with 4 people drifting this way. Chance to maybe get the lockdown or the Viper's Pit available. Is Rin actually waiting to try and backstab Arvis here on B site?
I quite like the idea of it, but they still need to kind of further that pressure, right? You've got to really add that question mark of doubt to Ardis' mind, but the pressure coming through connector side, this is a problem for Ardis. Unfortunately, him very calm under pressure, but he's got a lot of players coming his way. Finally falls back, respects it. The paranoia will caught him, so right choice made, and just spams through the smoke. Finds Knight perfectly, dips out before taking full damage, and there's lockdown, but how far do they chase on this? They do chase it! Why is he chased that far? Someone's waiting for Rin to go exploring, but still there's danger here. They have to respect this lockdown now. They have to move away.
And that's actually an opportunity to punish the back line here. Crashies will find Yosemite, and stuck behind their snake bite now. Finesse will continue to apply pressure. Bianc has to give this one up, Lauren.
That was lovely. The way NRG approached that on the way back through, catching some of these players in those deeper post plants, that was the kind of expectation I have for someone like NRG here. Bilibili didn't seem quite ready for that.
Another begins.
Another example of NRG looking a bit more coordinated, a bit more calm, more collected in terms of the approach. Artist getting a freebie through the smoke to start things off. Definitely makes it easy. We saw just how much trouble he was in, how much pressure was coming his way. See, straight away, as soon as Rin's Nano Swarm is spotted, Artis concedes the space, but in that scenario, still to come away with 1 kill. The big win for NRG. Oh, Bilibili might find some space here on Rubble, Lauren.
Yeah, because it was a triple stack from NRG over towards the C side, so actually, they could get real close here, and they've got Bianc one off from the ult, you got YZ one away from the ult. The rest have it on YZ, just going to invest theirs for this one, to pick up that ult. And it looks like it's an evacuation site, but look how close NRG are. It's a 5v5 purely on the A side here. This is going to be very chaotic, as YZ wants to take that space, secure it, ensure it, and make sure they have to leave the site fully. That could be huge. Oh, Sis! Oh! I thought it could have been so much more, but it's Knight to follow up towards Victor, and now down to 3. NRG are in trouble. Nightfall did not catch. Som gets a second lease of life, but now revealed. Position noted. How much more can they do? The close flash finds no one, so they can step forward. The lockdown as well to boot, but Som connects perfectly on the form too! Straight through the smoke! But he wants that lockdown gone. He's going for that, and he's done it. Now leaving Bianc and Yosemite in such a tough situation. Artis trying to clear on through. Does he spot them out first? Yes! Great find. Now just Bianc. Drop of the pit. Bianc still going to deliver. Oh my God! What a moment! Bianc rips him apart!
A beautiful conversion from Bianc. Som finding 2 crucial kills to come forward, pressuring the lockdown.
That's a superstar in the making. If Bianc can keep this up across more maps, across another series, what a player. A
beautiful Red Bull clutch to keep Bilibili in the game here on map 1. Finesse left scratching his head about it.
That was all the ults though, Mike. They put everything into that.
Yeah, NRG, couple of orbs away here and there, and actually going to see a brawl here. Victor
Where'd he go?
lined it up.
Where'd he go?
He's found the backstab.
Knight just somehow evaded all that vision, and look at the pace change here from Bilibili. You want aggressive? We'll give you aggressive. Crash is the only one to slow it down, but by now... Wait, hold on, Bianc's got the spike. Oh, but he's got the kill! It doesn't matter. Bianc's on fire, and Artis is all alone.
A phantom moment leaves him on 10 HP, but Bilibili will capitalize. They'll find the plant. You see the pings on the minimap. They know exactly where Artis is. And the money as close to reset here on the side of NRG. I mean, Victor's going to have 2250, 850 for Som, but not looking pretty elsewhere.
And NRG, the crazy thing is NRG are at currently what? It's going to be probably about 10 to 11. They're still ahead, but my God, it doesn't feel like it. It
Certainly
really
not in the second
doesn't
half.
feel
I
like
mean,
it.
you take away that 5-0 lead to start things off.
Sure.
And that was even saying Bilibili recovered into a 7-5 half. Been very impressed with their ability to really, I mean, bring the game to NRG, set the pace in a number of these rounds, and go toe-to-toe with them. Early on, they were losing out in the scrappy engagements time and time again. But I'll come back to the same thing I said earlier. We're seeing Bilibili now in the second half, a chance at the double TP.
Look at him.
I mean, Victor, through no fault of his own, is lost in the source.
Yes,
he's vulnerable, he's flashed up.
What's going on? Wait, they've broken the money, I think, as well.
Yeah, no, they have.
Oh, my word. This is actually huge. This could be the first big upset. I think we've seen a couple of, like, 60-40 games maybe go the 40 way, or it depends how you look at them. This could be genuinely an upset. I'm not going to say too much yet, because it's only map 1, right? Like, and NRG are still in the lead.
I'm saying nothing.
I'm just saying this could be the first real upset. At least on the map. I'll curtail it there, that's it. As it stands, aggression, an artist rewarded. Takes down Rin, but the trade comes in. Crashies expected, yes. But, oh, punish Bianc is just a monster at this game. That Prowler should catch, it does, yeah, indeed. Victor needs to fall away from this. That Sheriff's not going to find what he wants. Nightfall as well to boot, that's a lot invested. Finesse trying to match this rotation, noting no one on the drop of that wall.
Bilibili going to get ahead of this though. Capitalize, find themselves a plant on C site.
Any
set
weapon
themselves up. I mean, it's only Sheriffs on the side of NRG. One now recovered in hand of Victor.
Oh, if they get another kill, it's game on, right? Like, then that retake's got a little bit of leg to it. So I'm holding onto that paranoia, waiting maybe until Victor gets a little closer by. And do they even consider it? Maybe that question mark does start to arise soon. Another pixel spotted, both players now seen, but they don't know the third. Som sends a paranoia and Victor starts working. That's the moment to strike. Pops the ult. He needs to get this, and he does. Oh! Forces Yosemite away! And now so low, though. Yosemite's still standing, still sitting pretty. Just waiting on that classic. They're so low. He's got a 1v1 to win. Victor, desperate to try and hunt him down. He can't get there in time!
Oh my God. Yosemite with the Red Bull clutch to tie things up here on Lotus. NRG desperate to pin him down.
Well,
There's no timeouts left, Lauren. They can't take a breather. Bilibili have got them up against the ropes here.
Can't fault Victor in this one, man.
Oh, no.
He tried. He tried so
Beautiful
damn hard.
paranoia to set things in motion as well. Now the confidence starting to build for Bilibili. You can see that pack mentality coming into effect. Victor actually bringing an operator out.
Okay.
To say, does he get aggressive here? He's actually posting up on a very early angle, but Bilibili with another very good read, anticipating some aggression.
I guess we saw a touch of it from Ardis. So maybe that's just enough that you're like, let's be a little cautious. But if they clear lazily, if they don't invest utility, if they don't go through a protocol list, this new look, this little adjustment could be devastating. They don't like it. There's something. They've got a feeling there's something weird about this, and they don't fancy it.
Cover going out.
Smoke sent in.
Here.
Crashies. How much does he get for this? Sees nothing really. God, gear shift at this point from Bilibili.
Big adjustment as well, because Bilibili have been drifting towards A side late on. Now with Ardis' setup here.
Oh dear. Deep breaths, folks.
The stars are going to align once again. Is Knight going to get behind the operator?
Wait,
Get it
look
right
where
in
he's
front of
TPing.
it.
Still going to find value though, Victor. Perfect working to find Biang. That's a big scalp to claim.
The hero
30
recently
seconds left.
Absolutely.
in the last few rounds for Bilibili.
Time to pivot. They're trying to go quickly, but the Seekers will give away the full game here. Crashies is going to note this lovely mid-round fact finder there. Crashies forced forward on 20 HP, and YZ going to punish. The spray not good enough. YZ on the follow-up, and the site's now theirs. 13 seconds for the plant, but it's more than enough. No one to challenge, no one to deny. And now down to 3, that operator not looking so comfortable in the hand. Maybe it is. Maybe I lied. Victor going to find YZ. You can see who's being played in here. Yosemite waiting. Ardis checking, still going to get the look, still gets the tag down to 31, deleted. And it's all on Knight in a 1v3, spots 2, it ain't enough. Ardis keeps NRG alive.
By the skin of their teeth. Bilibili catching a beautiful time. I mean, nothing connects on the paranoia here. It's a snake bite and a paint shell to really open up B site.
Match point.
Operator finding a crucial kill on the way back through onto YZ, who's the one to open up this site. That's the angle. And Ardis, I mean, this is phenomenal work from him. The fadeaway on the second, already the damage done on that first peak.
Beautiful. Okay. It's been a close enough run that we're on Bulldogs here for Bilibili. That's not a pretty pie.
One off the showstopper for YZ, so we can find a kill early on. He could be the catalyst. I mean, a Guardian in hand on the other side for Crashy, sure, an operator for Victor, but
Yeah.
certainly inventory-wise, overall, NRG with the advantage, so. And they have a lockdown. Doesn't need the kill. YZ's actually found the orb. He's the key player now for Bilibili in round 24 to force an overtime versus NRG. I didn't think we'd be saying that today.
Absolutely not, but happy to be here. This has turned into a bit of a heater now. Going late back towards C. We can all see it. 3 players for NRG are here. Paint shop. Why is he going to send it? First, look, Som going to send the paranoia, and it's a connection from YZ. Som goes down, but there's still 2 more players. Crashies on the floor. YZ the one to follow up. And now at Finesse, can he hold the line? Can he hold them back? Soaks the damage, takes down 2. Buys him a couple of seconds and a chance, and it might be gone. Oh, it's all on Ardis. The man is incredible, sometimes second to none, but still, this is no easy task. 3 players are locked down and pushes forward. They've got him to OT. Unthinkable scenes here, Mike. We did not expect this to be happening.
And Bilibili already celebrating on stage as if they've done the hard work.
Yeah.
They've taken NRG to an overtime in map 1. Was their map pick? Yes, but certainly in terms of expectations, Bilibili exceeding on all fronts.
This is their international debut. Let's put that in context here. Bilibili pumping the brakes and probably need to get these boys right in that mental place, right? If you're a coach, you've got to get them back focused in on the server because this is probably, again, highlight of career so far already. Let's just, you know, for what it is. An international debut, you're not used to this. You might be jet lagged, different stage, different setup. Your opponent's right in front of you. And not only any opponent, you got NRG. I mean, a deep run team by all accounts. Do you think you'll listen?
No.
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 But this is monumental for Bilibili. And a wake-up call for NRG. Sure, we know that probably long run, you run this game back 10 times, they'll win it more often than not. But still, for what it's worth right now, in this matchup, it's OT.
I want to come back to the mental game aspect of this, though, because like I said, you could see the step change for Bilibili. Once they won a couple of key rounds, a couple of frag-heavy rounds where they're winning out gunfights and, you know, really taking control of NRG. On the other side of things, we've seen NRG sweating in a couple of late-round situations where, you know, backs against the wall, somebody needs to deliver a clutch, and I don't know, just how sustainable is that?
It's
with a completely unknown entity on the other side of things. Sure, some says they treat everybody the same.
Well,
we don't treat any teams differently. Here now versus Bilibili, you got to argue their expectations were very different coming into this matchup.
100%. 100%. So, I think we're all in the same boat here, just wondering where this goes. Will this be the upset, or will it go back onto trend and be that one blip on the radar that we kind of go, that was a weird map, but let's find out. 12-12, it's OT here between Bilibili and NRG. NRG kicking things back off on the attacking side here. It started off beautifully, absolutely dominating Bilibili in regulation. However, the adjustment came in.
A slow creep, from NRG towards this orb outside A. Bilibili already with a decent read, though. 3 members behind this. Victor, no secrets about it on the way in.
Careful.
Created a lot of space here.
They're so close by to this, though. Pain shell. Not going to do as much as they would have wanted here. Paranoia does get sent. 4 on the site. Artist slightly disconnected. Boombot goes in. Paranoia not going to connect on that front line, so that's going to be easy work for Som. But look at the back line falling. Oh my word, Bilibili! Eviscerating 3, bringing it back down to a 3v2, making a 3v1. Crashies last alive, locked out from the spike. You can't really deny this now.
Can't swing on this.
Look at it. There's a firing squad on the other side, and Crashies desperately tries and fails. 13 to Bilibili, finally taking the lead in OT.
Switching sides. Match point. Make them big.
NRG going to capitalize on getting a reset on the timeouts here, but this is fairly unprecedented. Bianc with 2 huge kills once again. And ultimately, it's the head count here that pays off for Bilibili. And what a stark contrast on stage here.
Oh, yeah.
You see they are fired up right now. And I gotta say, it poised to close out map 1, it feels like.
Yep, yeah, coming in like this, picking up that first round in OT, I mean, that's gonna just set them sky high, right? Because that was the half I was a little bit more worried about at times as well. They were, you know, a little bit here and there on that, but what did NRG do? Oh, I'd hate to be in the comms on this timeout. I'd love to hear it, but I also hate to be on the receiving end of it. Like, you have such a tough predicament in front of you. You've got a team of an unknown quantity with absolute sheer confidence in front of you, and you've got to somehow deal with that as they finally taken the lead on that point.
See what the approach is here for NRG. It seemed fairly tempered on the defense, at least once Bilibili were able to start executing some of their set pieces. We are going to see that later Killjoy setup, Artis over towards A site instead. Well, we see a similar attempt towards Mound. Let's take some space outside B. We see NRG toying with that idea a couple of times. Well, Bilibili actually going to step the pace up once again.
maybe. Yeah, this is an interesting adjustment.
There's a variation, a slower variation of
Yeah.
their default, at least in the early round here, anticipating some aggression.
Well, that did feel like that was the, I guess, answer that NRG looked for. We saw that kind of aggression coming out, especially from artists in middle. We saw, who was it? Victor rewarded on the C side of the map as well with that operator at some point. So not too surprising to see that be at least a worry in Bilibili's mind. So playing a little bit more meticulously, a little bit slower.
Find you.
This is the first real look at starting to work. About a 1 minute markup. Turret gets dealt with in middle, but no response off the back.
Certain being, look at the minimap. NRG feel as if they've got the read
Oh god.
towards Bilibili's setup, and with the Yosemite and YZ positioned here quite late, they might be able to confirm or at least sell this fake.
Is it a double? It's
It's a double
fake.
pump. They're thinking, they're banking on somebody seeing these smokes on C site,
I don't think
but there's
anyone
nobody
has.
there from NRG.
They didn't know how well they'd done.
This is going to be a
whoa,
bloodbath.
Two are running, two are going C, two are going C right now. FNS and I think Artists are
30
just...
seconds
No. They're coming back. It was Victor who's going. Oh, okay, this is going to be ridiculous. And now 25 seconds of 5v5 on the side. YZ goes down. Artists holds the line but gets traded. Victor with a paint show comes in. Som wants it on the action. Yosemite does get the trade out. Again, this is ridiculous. Down to 2. Making it 2. Oh, Bianc! As if he's the one standing doing
Feel as if they've got a grasp on how the round is going to conclude, and then out of nowhere there's a Bianc 3K, there's a YZ paint shell that lands into a showstopper that completely opens the site up. And the other thing to consider as well is their conversion of disadvantages on map 1. So NRG definitely need to have cleaned that up coming into the second map here, Lauren.
Then let's find out if lightning strikes twice. The first map, you could call it an upset, you can call it what you want. Make it 2 maps, and then suddenly you've got everyone's attention. But can they really do it here? Rin gonna be the first to fall. Victor off to a blistering start. And once again, one of the key components was that B take. It always looked so beautifully crafted, and once again rewarded.
Plant will come through, no resistance just yet from Bilibili. YZ actually with a Sheriff in hand, still has the paint shell, but not much else in the form of utility, so barring some opening kills here from Bilibili, should see NRG lock this one down.
There's the flash, but it's not going to blind Victor at all. It's Crashies. Oh, this is comfortable for NRG. Just knighting one left star. Hold on. It's down to a 1v2. 24 seconds, but you got to land these shots and fast. Try and dig some out of this position. That ain't going to be easy. Apparently, it might just be Flash going to connect in 6 HP. 2 more bullets to play with and 1 target to find. Crashies holds. And NRG make it past the first hurdle, but what a key round to amplify what you were just saying. How many times do we think we see the outcome and then it shifts?
Exactly. It looks like they're completely locked out of this site, especially with the first kill going in favor of NRG, but time and time again, Bilibili will find a reason to fight.
It's ridiculous, because it almost feels like the round's done, right? You're thinking about the timer, you're thinking about every aspect, you're thinking, okay, this one's looking pretty wrapped up. They're not going to be able to dig out Som from that deeper spot, and he did. But still, the scoreline is the important factor, and it's the first for NRG. More contested than I'm sure they'd like, but you look at the buy coming in for Bilibili here. Only light, but a couple of shorties, a frenzy or 2, and a classic for Knight, and that's about it. And Ardis taking the first steps now. Keep in mind, we get to see Artists on the jet, so always a joy. Crashies with the rifle as well. So 2 out to play here.
Yosemite unchecked as of yet, but Artists seemingly aware of the possibility. Knight goes exploring. We'll find Finesse. The attack comes through in his favor, but
They didn't clear diligently. They overwhelm in the end, so they get Heaven control. This then pulls in YZ, but again, look at... Again, another punishment! NRG, come on! Got to be sharper than this. A couple of chances made here, but YZ should be... Oh, dear!
that's a Phantom.
That's a big upgrade. And the Spike's all alone. FNS was on the other side of the map. He's actually in
They're
the
so
side
split,
spawn.
Lauren.
Yeah, this is Som now having to play Survivor, right? He's got to stay alive. Keep your eyes on YZ here. This is all about timing. Som didn't quite see it, I don't think.
30
Maybe
seconds
expecting
left.
it. YZ.
No.
The timing! No way! That's the Spike down!
B.
FNS! This is a round a coach and IGL will be caking themselves for. FNS with his work cut out here, and YZ in a very tricky angle. Not again! Ladies and gentlemen,
Now we're
check
on
your
the right
corners.
path. Let's keep going.
Things descend into chaos there, and both teams so split.
Yeah.
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
YZ was so disconnected from Bianc. This
30
kill with the
seconds
shorty,
left. One enemy remains.
it's just
time.
pivotal. And here, again, you talk about checking corners, but the time's already gone.
Oh, that was
Finesse
done by
has to
then,
literally charge
Yep.
towards the spike. I mean, he comes all the way from defensive spawn.
1-1. What a flip too. Okay, can NRG do it back? I guess that's where the weight really lays in this, is that can they maybe answer this? But now they're up against a hefty purchase from Bilibili.
Trailblazer to, I guess, confirm behind that initial flash, but NRG looking to stack up behind it. A little bit of misdirection or denial of information here. They'll try and play that to their advantage.
So who does this fall down to? I guess really Knight. He's got a lot of support that will be there through middle, but they're not close.
A deep trip, though, so the information will come early enough. Still, reinforcements coming back through ropes.
They'll get to heaven on time.
Blinded.
The Flash is going to know that there's someone there near pillar. They don't know quite where. Artis is close, but speaking about close, YZ's there, and it's a blender. Knight delivers. Yes, Crashies gets a couple back, but he's going to need one more. And he tried. My God, he tried, and they made it costly. Second for Bilibili.
And flipping round two, though, there are a couple of players for Bilibili that do have the finances to support another purchase. It seems YZ actually opt for a judge here.
Sure.
Maybe playing into corners, not being checked in a previous round. I believe, what was it, Yosemite with a frenzy initially went unchecked in May or so.
Oh. Beautiful shots from Crashies, but man.
Well, 3K in the pistol as well from him.
Yeah. Could be on for a good one for him today. That'd be nice.
Seeker's online already.
Blinded.
Looking for NRG to maybe stabilize here early on.
Can they calm the tempo down here? Once again, high priority towards middle. Two play. Oh! Shouldered by Yosemite, but you're going to have Rin actually just holding that angle. That was lovely work. First blood found. That Flash will note that there's another player here, but will they consider Artis being this deep already, or does it even matter now the ult comes through? Yep, he's going to have to be very careful, because look how ready to brawl they are. All 5 players for Bilibili were willing to challenge on middle.
I think with only seeing 2 on the other side of this neural theft. Wow, an overstep here from Yosemite. Artis will punish. Finesse unable to find some space elsewhere, though, with his position revealed. NRG a little earlier this time around will regroup outside A. So Knight will be tested once again. Flash not going to connect from Bianc. Yeah, I thought maybe it was going to go a little deeper, but he's not going to rotate off it.
Massive timing for the Seekers as well. So Knight's positions revealed, one towards screen. Yeah, that's huge. The Seekers a little bit of an MVP this round, but it's on Knight to try and over-deliver. He's got a freebie on Artis. Maybe a follow-up. He does! Takes down Crashies too, brings it back down to a fair 2v2. But keep in mind, YZ still has that judge.
Some will get the divide off this.
He's flying in!
He's gone in!
He's going to try and find Som. Where is he? Says hello, gets him! That's ridiculous stuff! Bilibili, no respect! Could not care less. They're facing NRG. YZ stuck on the judge and flew in from rafters. What are we seeing?
I mean, NRG is completely caught off guard. Paranoia connects, yes, but YZ is completely overstepping, getting all the way onto site. Inside that smoke, actually, that's planted on the spike here. Gives him a little bit of room for comfort to reset after the double satchel. And a 3-1 scoreline to kick things off here on Split.
I'm stunned, Mike. I'm really quite stunned. I thought maybe map
When
one.
do we get worried?
Oh,
I already am.
Now I'm already worried. It's because of what Bilibili are doing and how they're doing it, right? Unorthodox, confident, really something to watch.
What a stark contrast to the start of map 1, though, and that's the confidence factor coming through. Artis, though, looking to switch things up with a Blade Storm.
Yeah.
Well connect.
He's checking that corner from now on, isn't he? Not going to go unnoted. Knight now going to be drawn in. Should be. Oh, the paranoia, lovely. Halts that a little, stalls it out. Oh, YZ still doing so much damage! And Rin found some. Knight's reposition is perfect, playing deep from CT, allowing them heaven control, making it hard work. Rin, careful now, that was a little bit overzealous almost, but Knight's there with him. No singular fight, and now no singular chance, as Crashy's left with so little to play with. The A site, yes, available, camera still there. 2 flashes and a stinger. I mean, Crashy's is good. I don't think he's this.
The timing of the camera, just heartbreaking for Crashies. Decent chunk of damage, but there's still a judge. YZ will convert Bilibili's 4th.
This is wild. When do we see the timeout, do you reckon?
I think we see it pretty early on, to be honest with you. Yeah. Wow.
There we go. Yeah, this is not going how NRG wanted.
And look how quickly Bilibili are just able to collapse into like a 3-way crossfire. There's no pressure from main. I guess the focal point here for NRG is up through Mayo after Ardis finds that opener. But Bilibili don't want to concede any more space whatsoever.
And again, this plays into that, okay, first picks found, cool, NRG should have upper hand from this point forward. No, not against Bilibili.
Well, I feel like even here in the first 5 rounds, the first blood's a very different affair.
They have been.
The scary thing is, what can Bilibili achieve when they're not in recovery mode? Time and time again, round after round.
What I wouldn't pay to hear the communication right now.
Yeah, get me in comms now.
Yeah, please. Fly on the wall,
Yes.
just hearing that. What are they saying? He's got to have to work for your love today. He's got his work cut out. 4-1 facing off against an opponent that certainly wasn't on the radar to this extent, right? You can respect your opponent, you can play a good game, you know, you're not going to come in here playing, you know, silly Valorant, but at this point you now got to dig deeper, right? They're showing you a style, they're giving you a little bit of a challenge you weren't potentially expecting, so where do NRG take this now? Do they try and brawl out a little more? Because as I said, we've seen those fights in middle, but those crossfires.
I don't think that's going to suit them. I really
agree.
don't, Lauren.
So then what do they go for?
I mean, I'd be curious to see if they do slow things down again, if Bilibili start digging even deeper, taking space away even further, you know, focusing finesse on one of the extremities, potentially Som elsewhere if that's how NRG's default lies. And those will be even more concerning rounds.
Okay, so the operator's coming out to play for Ardis. On the attacking side here.
An indicator of the pace slowing down, potentially. Try and work a pick here. And get away scot-free. It's going to be Som and maybe Ardis to take some control towards B, but we've seen a switch up here. Knight actually investing his utility over on that side of the map, and a Viper's Pit from Yosemite. So maybe nerf Finesse's impact a little bit in this round. Will be confirmed outside.
So I'm looking at who's drifting. So why is he going to slowly shift away from that A side of the map? Again, this is all just trying to figure out the other team's hand, right? We looking at Ardis here, yet to fire a bullet, but eyeing up towards B. 3 players already on this side of the map. As B ain't going to make their way over. Do have the divide if they want it.
You do actually have the Viper Wall here as well. Invested from Yosemite, so cuts off Heaven and B main. It's going to be difficult for YZ, or risky for YZ, to really backstab and execute there, or a split. As if he's going to retreat to the safety behind that tripwire and maybe consider a rotation through spawn, but divide going to come through here, Lauren.
So this will basically be on how much can Bianc do, which is going to be hard, but still going to find Victor. Flash through, and now there's support. Knight's there, plays ahead. This aggression unfounded, but perfectly placed. The 3 are irrelevant to the round now. Stuck towards main. Bilibili playing outstanding right now.
And another neural theft that's going to reveal the positions of everybody on NRG. 15 seconds left on the clock. This round's done, Lauren. NRG going to have to cling to these rifles.
10 seconds left.
Well, Yosemite's actually going to find a peek here and spawn, potentially, to remove one.
Oh. Do they have the flip? They've got funds to pressure
they can throw a body or 2 at this.
Not too many. And the operator's down indeed.
That's the one that NRG definitely wanted to hold on to. That's something they wanted to lean on in the next few rounds. I mean, Knight, it's so brazen for him to get ahead of this as well. And he's rewarded for the aggression. issue being, this isn't really around where, you know, he can dash past the Viper wall and somebody, you know, flash behind it. Crashes obviously then be the second layer to this execute. So unless he's rewarded with a dry pick, it's difficult for them to really crack through. Like I said, the Viper's wall from Yosemite really causing issues.
And now we look at the buy coming out.
He's still got a judge, Lauren.
Why wouldn't he? He's loving it.
And he's got a showstopper.
There's 3 potential victims in middle. Oh, he's away. Oh, they can't get away in time. The trade comes out, but he takes down Artis. So he's just holding. We know that he's got a bit of a want for going walkabouts, this man, though. He's walked smokes a couple of times. He gets a little bit ahead of himself. I mean, I guess you've got to pick your poison at that point, and if that's how he likes to play, then fair dues. But we're looking towards the adjustment from NRG now. It looks like the eventual end towards A, but it's not going to be without trouble.
2 kill trips here for Knight as well. But concern being Victor's got a showstopper and 2 satchels. They're burnt pretty early on. Going to be caught potentially by 1,
Oh,
he still gets the kill.
Huge over delivery from him, but Bianc only good for 1. Lovely trade for Som. Great spacing on that. Now with the plant going to come down, the last 2 going to have their work in front of them. An uphill struggle, to say the least. 2 toward Pillar and 1 towards main.
Paranoia and 1 snake bite to work with on the side of Bilibili.
They're not subtle on this. They're not trying to keep themselves concealed by any means.
Toxins going up.
First challenger could be FNS. 17. This is just audacious play. He's so confident, it's disgusting. Walks the wall, takes down FNS, and now they got game on. Rin needs to find value though as well. They're both by Pillar here. Rin gonna get closer, still 1 smoke to hand. What can he do about this one? Oh, that's not ideal, not at all. Som's made it there in time. NRG finally break back in the game.
The back of the showstopper, like I said, Victor actually caught up in one of those trips. Knight unable to find the kill this time around before the flood approaches from NRG. And here, YZ going 1 for 1 in mid. Again, we talked about Yosemite being happy to get aggressive. Maybe in some of these situations you want to see maybe a second player behind YZ. Find that trade initially, and that goes a completely different way for Bilibili. Call a timeout, maybe just an opportunity to take a breath, consider what position they're in. 1 map up, 3 rounds ahead. Chap been thirsty the last few days. Already this early on in the event as well.
Oh, I mean, you gotta spread the net as wide as possible.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Or cast it as early as possible.
Sure. Yeah. Now, 5 in a row though is a big streak for Bilibili. It's ridiculous to look at the score, right? And you've already got YZ on full money. I'm trying to read the signs. I just saw it as it went away. I'm nervous for NRG.
Well, the one thing I'm nervous about is seeing Bianc currently at 2 and 4. If he has another few Bianc rounds,
just decide to suck it in 3 Ks.
Yeah.
Fair enough. 1 off the ult as well, so he's doing pretty well for himself. On the other side, FNS 1 off. 2 away for Crashes. I mean, Crash has been cycling through those Seekers real quick.
Does this look like they've felt comfortable about a few A-site hits? YZ though, an operator.
This is down there and a flash to start with. Hello and goodbye for Victor. It was a short-lived round. As YZ ain't falling all the way back. Holding a little close here. Gonna have to finally slip away. Artis, the next challenger, but the dog gonna reveal his position quite quickly, noting both players on either side. Artis dips away, believes Crashes to the task, but YD. YZ, are you, excuse me? Excuse me? Sorry. No. The timing, FNS, hello, look behind you. Someone turn around. Someone do something. FNS can't do enough. What are we seeing?
I'm talking about NRG having, I guess, an opportunity to exploit what they feel is a weakness in this A-site hold. The read from Bilibili. YZ, even using the judge a little bit, mate. Buy an operator here, PK main.
Yeah. Just walk A main as well.
I mean, this is literally shut down in the first 5 seconds of the round. And here, the paranoia from Finesse, checking the flank constantly, allows YZ to shift walk up with an operator up ramp.
They're doing it again.
These are just some tilting rounds for NRG to lose, though.
Absolutely. Artis, Victor, heading on in. Knight. Oh, he's gonna address the backline first. Takes away a finesse. Victor's fallen as well. It's only Artis alive, but Artis is looking a little pissed off, looking a little mean. And they might be able to clear the site, but they haven't cleared all the players. A 2v2 now. YZ can't catch it that time. Great shot from Som. And 70, the last one alive.
30 HP.
Ooh. And you got Artis being bodyguard. Kicking it up a gear here. The original import. Yeah, he's had enough. Big round from him. NRG getting one back on the board.
They stick to their guns. Sights set on A. Another situation where you almost want a second body with Knight here.
Yeah.
He's unable to really act upon his trips because of this double duelist setup from NRG. They're able to just overwhelm, and it's so risky for Knight to address the front line. Like you said, he swings onto the back line, his finesse coming out of the smoke. As the second wave of that execute.
Almost out with the money from Bilibili. They did kind of build up a mass.
YZ's back on a judge, though.
Well,
he's got 4,200 in the bank.
Yeah, it's an active choice. So here's the switch up, though. So NRG kind of laying down the intention of this A piece, right? Trying to get them paranoid about it. And it's not without some bodies behind it this time. Maybe a little bit of a split, maybe just a different look here. But look at the attention towards middle. Artis in danger this time. Yeah, not going to get away with it. And the judge reigns supreme again.
Vulnerable, walking into a judge. You just don't win those.
Knight gonna play ahead. He's ahead. Do they check Kid? No, they don't. Victor, unaware of the chance that he could slip on through. We gotta know it by now. Bilibili give no respect, no credit to NRG. And look at YZ again. Look at this position. Please check, please check, please check. Someone check, someone check. You're gonna lurk this way. Oh God, this is devastating for NRG.
No more charges left.
A 7-3 lead here for Bilibili on NRG's map pick. Map 2 of this series, no less. Some ultimates just about coming online now for NRG. Some tools at their disposal, yes, but they are not in control of this half so far. Bilibili just, I feel like they're just going from strength to strength. Why is he almost just playing mental games now, flying around with a judge?
I'm so glad we got to see him in his strong look as well, because we saw kind of Bianc having that banal pace change, a gear shift, maybe just trying to get aggressive behind the knives. And the stingers coming out. A little bit of a deeper hold though. YZ's here. Can't catch Artis this time. And Artis gonna double dip. He wants in. He wants blood. But he's already taken down a 50. He's getting flooded. There's challenges everywhere and Knight's on the case. Great trade for Victor. YZ, he's trying to be stylish from the vents. The paranoia did land, so now there's problems because they already backfill in the site, and the judge claims its victim. Gets its pound of flesh, and there's Bianc. You said it, problems could begin if he starts to heat up, but now maybe Victor. Oh, just dragged down. Bilibili outclassing NRG in every single way.
I mean, we see a total switch up in the approach here. Bilibili just so willing to get down and dirty, scrapping things out with NRG.
Yeah. And normally, if it's a scrappy game, I also put that to NRG. They are great brawlers.
To be the ones to, well, potentially brawl, yes, but slow things down, start controlling. And you really test the structure of a team like NRG, and that's where they excel. We were talking about, I guess, the opening stretch of Lotus, where the fundamentals were on display, and NRG were leaning heavily into that.
Operator's here.
Yeah, I just saw it.
Operator, oh, Som.
Okay.
Nice. Taking
Good
that
read
away.
from Som.
Really well read.
Artis wants it.
Bianc's also got an operator. He's on the other side of the map, so I'm not so worried. And a quick take towards heaven. Noting nothing. It's
Victor's
on
got the
Knight.
spike.
Yeah, I'm getting a little worried with this. If he goes back in and doesn't recheck this diligently, there could be issues. And you know they'll walk a wall, you know they'll take a risk, but Rin is the only one standing on 1 HP. Oh, he's taken down another! 1 HP was enough to take down Crashies, but it is a 2v3.
This pit is so awkward though, Lauren.
Oh, what is this? What's Bianc do? He slipped in, maybe unnoted. Yes, unnoted, but handled by Artis. The 70 can't do it, and Artis takes control. Takes back a reasonable amount of rounds here. But it's certainly not easy. 8-4, Bilibili showing up massively in map 2.
And with the pace they've shown on the defense, I'm going to come back to the same comment at the start of this map. I'm very concerned With NRG stumbling a couple of times in the regular season on their defensive halves, they're going to be able to really slow the pace that you've got to assume Bilibili are going to bring to the second half.
I'm hoping so. I hope we see that kind of blistering pace, and what an incredible upset we could have in front of us. NRG not known for this side of the map, Mike. This is where things can go from bad to worse, but it starts with a pistol. Can they course correct, or do we have the upset of the tournament so far?
We get a confirmation on the other side of... Well, actually, maybe not. I mean, I'm not seeing any pings come through here. I don't know if he did spot anybody on that jump peak.
They're so close.
They're ready to explode. Well, explode? Contacting out.
Oh, that's gorgeous from Bilibili. Again, sheer confidence. Stop it, stop it, stop it! Okay, FNS turned around in time. But already there's a plant, there's already a man advantage. They're better in kind of the disadvantages, but they hold the keys to the castle this time. FNS, we get the good timing on this one. Crashy's noted, flash up in 2.
2 flashes for Bianca as well, and a paint shell for YZ.
But they're so close. The timing on this is very, very uncomfortable. Pop flash, sure. Artist kind of turns that, so he gets a fight on it, dashes away, goes back for more, spots out another, but it's Rin to find FNS. Now all eyes turn towards Artist. Crashy succeeds, and it's only on Artist now. The 1v2, so much work. 3 HP, he can't do it. Bilibili off to the start they wanted in the second half.
I thought they were going to flash out through the wall or something, but they're completely dry, just contacting into B. And they find Som solo in hell. Literally.
Yeah.
With 4 players and Bilibili staring him down. And they solidify this site hold as well. Like I said, concerning, yes, they're converting disadvantages in the first map, but we're seeing a very different result here on split. No investment on the side of NRG. A shorty, a sheriff, YZ back on the signature.
There we go. As he can check the flank, it's fine. No, excuse me, hello! Oh, Som, it's not what you wanted. We talked about checking your corners, eh? Hello, buddy. That's 2 right there. Make it YZ's gonna see you. Someone's gonna see you. Someone! See Victor! He does some good chip damage, but they're gonna need more. YZ is just a nightmare to handle.
A fiend with this weapon.
He absolutely is. I hate it, and I
Yeah.
love it. He's still going. Oh, my heart is breaking. He's gonna get them all.
Still here, amigo.
YZ is monstrous. Bianca on map 1 was the standout. Map 2, we can see why people were saying he was the one to watch.
2 off the showstopper coming into round 3. And no doubts that he's probably still going to have this weapon.
Oh, more than likely. Oh.
10 for the scoreline, Lauren. NRG unable to get anything going just yet. You can see the energy starting to rise on stage.
Chaos.
I was wondering if we're going to have a Cinderella run from a team. This could be the first look at the first couple of steps. However, they ain't done yet. NRG have a bye. But it's got to be like a 5 standing, you know, like
It's got to be clean, yeah? As close to flawless, you'd hope. There's only really Yosemite that's struggling down at 600 credits. I mean, if you're throwing a judge in every buy round, you can maybe afford an extra rifle here and there. Artist's getting curious.
You know what happened to this man? Oh, but he's quick. Spray on that. He has the one way to be able to fall away from. Why is he unable to kind of close down on that chance?
With Rin falling, you kind of look towards Yosemite maybe to make use of his utility elsewhere, but I mean, look at it. It's to basically deny a ramp speak to really give them much of an opportunity to pressure. Hang on though, Knight might catch some fortunate timing here. But with the trip placed there, it makes me feel like they are going to commit towards this B split.
Heaven's pretty open. Yeah, FNS can kind of fall through, but it's really hard to hold from the back of this corner. Som and Artist could be in a little bit of danger here, actually, yeah. So many angles to worry about. Maybe a misplay, but maybe Artist is enough to hold. He's not! Bilibili breaking back in again! A 2v3 in their favor.
Well, flipping a 4v5 potentially here. They've got the man advantage in the post plan. And Yosemite with a very deep position here.
Crash.
One enemy remaining.
Bye-bye. And Victor, I think you're walking from this one.
Yeah, this is going to be 11 for Bilibili.
This is obscene, Mike. Can we just talk candidly for a second? What do you think the percentage chances were in your head of this happening? Yeah, go on. I'm saying 5.
I'm going to be honest, I came in to think it was very one-sided towards NRG. I wouldn't have even committed to a percentage odds on this.
Yeah.
And that's not to undersell Bilibili at all.
No, you go for what you know.
They've exceeded expectations here.
Brilliant performance from them.
I mean, they even speak candidly about it themselves. Yeah,
We're here to
low
learn.
expectations, we're here to learn. We have no experience. We just want to take away from some of the best teams in the world.
Right
and
now, they're
adopt
taking away a lot.
Exactly, they're taking away potentially the first series versus a heavy hitter.
One enemy remaining.
The kings of consistency on the global stage. Oh,
Oh, he's giving it.
he's giving it.
Let's go. Oh, you love to see it. Timeout for NRG. Well, well, well. As said, I think a lot of us coming into today, if you went off what you know, you go off stats, you go off previous results,
Yeah,
you go off factors of real importance.
And I don't mean to be disingenuous with that.
No.
Like I said, there's maybe a handful of teams outside of, you know, like Loud, Fnatic, NRG that you look at some of these. I don't even want to call Bilibili a dark horse, but an unknown entity.
Oh, Holly. Maybe next game.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Maybe next
I'm
time.
sorry. All right, all right, all right. No, it's not even an EMEA team.
Well, I was going to say.
Oh, 4 rounds, though. That is rough. No, it's all right. Tom had a good game. He got an ace at one point. It's all right. I'll be fine.
You're clutching.
Yeah, I'm trying, man. I'm trying real hard.
7 rounds to recover here. Investment coming through.
Yep.
Bulldogs, a Guardian. The Blade Storm here for Ardis. It has to start now, Lauren.
Okay.
If Bilibili hit 12, you got to argue with the
GG.
way they've been playing, they're going to close out.
You'll get a YZ round. You'll get a round out of something.
You're due one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, NRG. Come on.
Yes, this should do.
Give us a little something here. Give us a reason to believe. Because right now it's been Bilibili the whole way through. Now, aggressive start. Knight with the first challenge. Bianc with a trade. Ardis does take down Knight.
Victor's HP down to 23. Going to get healed up by Crashes.
This is a quick pivot. They're looking elsewhere on the map too. They're looking to try and flex towards B quite quickly, and the showstopper's there. This could be an explosive take. Som is in danger. FNS. Don't know if he caught that paranoia. He should be fine for now, but here comes that explosion. Why is he going to dive on in head first and try and find Som? He's got him. Gateway open, but FNS clutching onto this. Desperate to hold on, and Victor's by his side. They're not giving up yet. Bianc still standing there with a 1v1. And out of everyone, it's Crashies. The opposing number keeps NRG with a little bit of breath in their lungs. 5 rounds now.
But they're clinging to life in terms of the finances, Lauren. Going to force basically a full repurchase here, and Bilibili sitting comfortably. The crowd
They want it.
finally with a chance to get behind them, a reason to cheer here. So they definitely need it. The road starts with 1 round, another 6 to find.
6. There we go, just 6. Can they turn it down to 5? Can they keep this one going? Victor wants to be active. Not afraid to fight. Ardis challenging towards middle as well. Looks like Bilibili aware of the chance of that aggression. We know it's a common shift for NRG to look for opportunity. Cautiously clearing towards middle. Ardis waiting. Spot, yes he does, spots the cross. That's very indicative. Do they continue to follow this path? Because by all rights, there's no one holding A.
Well, Crash is actually going to early clear with the Trailblazer here. Is anybody spotted him?
I don't think he saw Knight.
I don't think they did. They're already coming across towards screens, but
So far ahead though.
there's a paint shell to slow things down. Crashes commits to it.
It looks like desperation. Speaking, oh no! Mistakes happening, you can see the frustration. It's starting to crumble in front of our eyes. Victor down to 11. No heals this time, Crashes is gone. It's mostly on FNS, Som and Ardis to find those next steps back in here.
Finesse needs to find something on this flank, but the Bulldog in hand, he's not going to commit towards it.
No. So there's 3 on the site. 1 towards that little cubby. And Ardis, first man in. dash into the smoke, draws the eyes. Victor does find it. Artist tries, but he fails. And now down to just one. YZ, can they find him in time? He looks up towards the top, but Som again! Greatness from Som now. Another round, another step closer, and another lifeline.
Showing composure here, so much patience to set up ahead of that retake. And NRG successful.
Enemy remaining.
It's a paint show and the dash to really set things in motion for them. Again, only one survives.
Oh, is it 5 rounds now?
That should work.
I'm gonna keep count. It's tough for me.
That'll work.
And Bilibili forced down to, I mean, they have a few rounds like this with SMGs they can throw in.
They still scare me, even
Yeah,
if
they do, because if a pace change comes out here, I mean, YZ still got a judge. He's on a full buy, basically.
Yep, he's happy. Oh, speaking of, there he goes. Almost caught. Oh, no way! Artist just got knocked out. That's a Vandal upgrade. He don't even want it. Boombot's going to clear it. No way! That's a follow-up. This is ridiculous. This isn't the round it happens. No, not like this. YZ is surely going to put him on 12. Carve it into the scoreboard. Unless Crashies goes huge. He's desperately trying, and he's absolutely succeeding.
My word!
When NRG need it most, Crashies is there.
Another clutch from him.
All
And he
right.
stands up and delivers here. The Red Bull clutch once again from Crashies to keep NRG's hopes alive here.
Look at this start, though. That is obscene, isn't it?
I mean, he's just so slippery.
Yeah.
Artis,
Yeah,
you can't even call this overzealous from Artis.
Nice.
They have to do something to slow down Bilibili in rounds like this.
Yeah.
It's only really the open plant that is
That's
Bilibili's
really-
demise here. If Rin
Yeah.
gets a safe plant and ability to reset after that,
Different
gets a
1v1.
fair engagement, maybe there's a chance. Bilibili forced into a timeout here as they're on the brink of a snowball round, Lauren. Everything
Yeah.
except the Seekers available, and they're missing one orb for it. Another round where NRG only one survives, so
Money's
as a
on the road
byproduct of
still.
that, yeah, there's a Guardian and a Judge
Ugh.
in the inventory for NRG.
They keep finding something. They keep getting these little rounds here and there. How many more can they get away with? Closer and closer.
How many more has
Almost.
Crashy's got up the sleeve?
Nice Crashies. I'd give him 2 more. He's good. He'll be all right. All right, what we got?
Who's Keith?
Keith.
Isom.
Ah.
I don't know if there was a heart there we can see
Just
on that. Yeah,
Isom.
just Isom.
Yeah, I'm scared of this snowball round. I think NRG will be as well. Probably what the timeout was for, discussing what to do with this, right? Oh, Judge back.
Judge is back.
Judge
Showstopper's back.
I mean, pretty good. Pretty good for YZ. 3 in a row. Can they make it 4 for NRG? Get up to 11-8. We asked a lot of them to try and turn this game around. Bilibili keep getting damn close. Early ult from FNS does not want to entertain a B hit. Does Bilibili even care? Oh god, no they don't. Well, YZ certainly does. Oh, FNS gives him a taste of his own medicine. YZ down out of the round. Judge dropped this time. It's 4 alive.
So secondary objective, the pit will fall, so relinquishing some of that control.
Barrel.
Artist will spot Yosemite.
Patience now, and does
Here.
he peek? He's checking in. We can see how close they are. Great shot spots the other 2. No tip, but Knight's still going to find him. This should be relayed. This is FNS now, potentially on a platter, but keep your eyes on the spike. He's going towards B. FNS standing tall, showing him how it's done. That's going to be 8 surely. Bianc was exceptional on map 1. No chance here. FNS. The brains and the brawn this round.
Just 3 more. Another round, Bilibili will be down to SMGs, maybe a Judge as well in hand.
One enemy remaining.
The heroics here from Finesse. But the job's not done yet. You can see on his face as well.
Oh man, this game's heating up now. Okay, so a couple of those ults got burnt though, right? So keep that in mind. We thought that snowball round could be happening. some of that's been removed. Why is he already opted to invest his in just around prior? Tagged up, that's a big of damage. Bian gonna have to invest all of that healing here, which is fine. Gets him back up to sitting pretty, but very indicative of the hit coming this way. You've got 3 players now on that early lead from NRG.
Confirmation there from Crashes on the Trailblazer. Not going to be anybody to greet here inside ropes. How deep do they explore? Finesse is positioned all the way up towards heaven. There's no reason for him to rotate just yet with 3 members of NRG up this close.
Do they re-clear ramp? Do they re-clear ramp? Oh, no. There's a trap. There's a trap. There's a trap. Som, there's a trap. Som, there's a trap. Turn. Look, the flash of paranoia. Oh, it's devastating. Bilibili bait them in perfectly. And this could be the heartbreak round. Artis and FNS, though. Heroics from FNS and just that round gone. Artis always good for it. But this is the round to do it on. First challenger found. YZ down. Yosemite. Oh my God, not again. Not like this. Yosemite pulls the trigger. FNS is gone. It's on Artis in a 1v3.
An operator in hand, though. This is going to require a miracle, Lauren.
But it's Artis. Someone answers the prayers. It used to be Artis answering, not today. Noted early here by the utility. Will have to fall away. Mike, that trap play was ridiculous, out of this world.
And NRG are so eager to take the initiative, be decisive in this round. And like I said, come back to that earlier discussion, deny some of the space and some of the comfort that Bilibili have found with setting the precedent in terms of aggression, in terms of control. And it's a round on just Stingers and SMGs.
How sick is that?
YZ finding the upgrade, applying further pressure. We'll put Bilibili on map and series point here on Split.
Oh, what's the buy like? They should have good funds here for NRG. On the other side, it should be a full purchase too. And this trap play is going to be carved in the hearts of NRG. Incredible work from Bilibili to break that out at this point as well, showing they've got that depth, that ability. And now it's OT or it's bust for NRG. But Bilibili.
I'm seeing just finesse here.
Oh God. So
well, we need another finesse round. He's going to have his hands full, Lauren.
Does he just back away?
NRG walking mid elsewhere. Early confirmation and no presence to Bilibili step up the pace here.
They're already through on ramp. They felt no resistance at all. It looks like they're trying to clear quickly. Yes, Artis makes it there in time, so can backfill towards heaven. But now the problem's fall back towards Finesse. Pain Shell to force him away, committing towards the side. The Paranoia said he's in danger, and he's dead. YZ's already in, and NRG and Dire Straits here, down to 4. Sight waving Bilibili's flag here. All gonna be invested to Plant, gonna come down.
5v4 in favor of Bilibili. Need someone to open this round up. A divide available with a pit down. It doesn't really amount to too much.
Here we go. This is it. Hold your breath. As now the fight begins. Knight takes down Som. Looks for follow-up. Finding anyone. YZ's there. It's down to Victor. It's down to Artis. It's all that's left is Artis. And the unthinkable might just happen here. The true upset of the day. The upset of the event so far. Bilibili.